Hey guys, and welcome back to Regrets It. Brexit England, Northern Ireland and Eastern Europe. And in Brexit England, it seems that we have a problem with our police. Let's be about the Met Police that we seem to have a problem with. We've got another police officer just in, I can't remember how long ago Sarah Everard was, but it's very, very recent. We've got another police officer who has been charged, who has pled guilty, I should say, to rape. But this one happens to be one of the most prolific rapists this country has ever seen, because this guy has, we're talking about, he pled guilty to 24 charges of rape and then another 25 other charges, obviously probably of a sexual nature, because this guy, was, locking women in his cupboard under the stairs, urinating. I mean, this guy was absolutely, and it's unbelievable, right, that this guy has managed to get away with this for so long, because had he been a black or an Asian police officer, they would have, he wouldn't have had a chance to do this, because on the first complaint, they would have investigated and they would have found out who he was. They wouldn't have been promoting him and giving him a gun, because that's what they done. They promoted this guy, give him a gun, even though they had 9 complaints about him. 9 times nine times they knew what this guy was up to, right? But this is what I'll tell you, that white privilege kicks in. Because this, I'm telling you, if he was black or Asian, there's absolutely no way at all that he would have been able to do this for 20 years. 20 years within the Met Police Service, and they've got one of the country's most prolific rapists, and they've given him a gun. I mean, you have to wonder, that because they always tell us, like, how psychological, like, the training is to carry a gun as a police officer in this country. They always tell us how, so really the training should have picked up on this as well. The training should have picked up, right, that this guy is a rapist, right, and a man who just abuses women. The training should have picked up on that, surely, because they keep telling us how intense this training is. And then, we've got all, I've heard people saying this morning, oh, well, it's because the Met is too big, and, that's the reason why, one person at the top. What about all these fucking chief inspectors and all these chief superintendents? Right? These guys, those guys are running, their boroughs and things like that. You've got borough commanders, and you're telling me, oh, well, this goes to the person at the top. Give me a fucking break, right? These people have got so much, different levels, right, of where this person should have been caught. I mean, this shouldn't have to go to the commissioner. What did the superintendents do? The chief superintendents do? The borough commanders do? And the inspectors and the chief inspectors? What did these people do? Right? And these people say, oh, well, it's because it's ridiculous. They're just making excuses. Right? But, for the longest of time, remember, that as black people, we've been telling you how rotten a lot of these people are. Because right now, in the Met, Met's got, 47,000 officers, something like that. Right? But, we've got over 1,000 of them who are being investigated, right? So, those type of numbers is what, 1 in 50? So, that's some big numbers. That's some massive numbers, and, that's just the ones who have been seeked out so far, because, once we know that this is going on, once we know that there's 1,000 of them who are being investigated, then you can say, well, something, there's going to be quite a few more, right, that they just haven't cottoned onto yet. Well, as I said, we've been telling you for the longest of time about the problem that there is in the police service, and all the time, right, the public have been backing the police. Oh, yeah, stop and search them. They're all fucking criminals. And we've been telling you, listen, because what you've got to understand about black people is this, right? And why this wouldn't be a black police officer? Because a black police officer, right, would know that, on the first opportunity, they're going to have them out of there. On the first opportunity. You think that Ali Desai, right, was the first occasion that they tried to do it? No. But he was just very lucky, and he kept on getting away. But as a senior Asian police officer, they wanted him out from morning. Right? They wanted him out. Right? They hated him. Right? And every opportunity they had, they tried to arrest him and charge him on every opportunity. Right? On the last occasion, they managed to get through, right, and get him put in prison and all them things there. But trust me, right, if you've got, this is the reason why, black police officers don't get up to this type of thing, because they know that it's not going to work. It wouldn't work out well for them, because the first time they hear about it, they're gone. It's done. And welcome back to By Any Means Necessary. Thank you so much for all your messages sent me. A special thanks to everybody who signed up to my channel. I feel so blessed with so much people that signed up. So thank you so much for that. I'll go through all your messages. I'll answer as many as I can, but I will like all your messages for definite. So we're going straight over to America, to Albuquerque, which is New Mexico, and that is a bit of geography. A New Jersey legislator, who he was a candidate. He was a Republican candidate in Albuquerque, and he obviously he lost. So then he decided what he was going to go and do was going to go and start shooting up all the Democrats' houses, right? All the legislators in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's going to go and shoot up their houses and pay other people to shoot up their houses. And then when they check this guy out, the truth is this guy's got 19 convictions. You know what? The Republicans, right, and the Conservatives, these people are just like. Just because this he's an out-and-out Trumper. So anybody who just goes and is just an out-and-out Trumper in the Republican Party, they're just like, yeah, that looks like a good person, even though this person has nearly got, right, a score of convictions. It's just a joke. Right? All supermarkets, right, are boasting about the profits, about the increased profits over Christmas, and they're just laughing at us because you know what? All they've done is just put all their prices up. That's what's happened, and so they've put their prices up and they're saying, and obviously they're telling us, well, the price of everything else is so expensive. Our gas and electric was just so expensive, so we have to put our price up. But obviously, this makes them all bring in record profits. Just like the oil companies and all these people, right? All making record profits off the back of us, off the back of our suffering. Jeremy Clarkson has apologised to Prince Harry and to Meghan Markle, and he sent the apology straight to Prince Harry, as you would do, because you wouldn't want to send it to the little woman. Jeremy Clarkson's just like, I think they've said to him, like, you know what, bollocks to you, you fucking ass, right? And Jeremy Clarkson said, well, it's I didn't realise what I actually said, and then what happened was I saw the backlash, and then I thought to myself I should read the newspaper and to see what it's about, because all I've done was I just typed it out and then pressed send. Can he get away with that? Get away with that? I mean, that must have been proofread by how much different people, right? Because there's no way that Jeremy Clarkson just sends an article into the Sun and they just print it. It's got to be proofread by people. Right? So they've read it. He knows what he's put in there, and now he's just backtracking because he might start losing some contracts. The Conservatives are going to play hardball with protesters and with striking workers, because obviously they're bringing out new laws for protesters, as if to say they haven't got enough laws as it is, because it's from what I know about the police, I mean, look what they've done to that LBC journalist, I think Charlotte Lynch, I think her name is, right? But look what they've done to her. They arrested her, right, for watching the protest, and she's a journalist. They arrested her for watching the protest, but they need new laws to deal with the protesters. Even though, say like, for example, the Notting Hill Carnival, if they know that you're a known troublemaker, they'll come and grab hold of you on the Friday, right? They not even on the Saturday. They'll come and grab hold of you on the Friday, right, and then let you back out of the cells on the Tuesday. Right? That's what they do. That's what they, even to football supporters, they'll go and they'll take your passport away so you can't go abroad. Right? So you can't tell me that the police haven't got the powers that they already need. Right? It's completely ridiculous. But the government want to bring them new powers, and obviously now they voted for to bring in new laws against striking workers, so they have to give a minimum level of service, right? Which to me sounds like, I mean, if you take away, the transporting people from one continent to the other, and you take away the whipping, the shackling, the dehumanization of a whole, race of people, if you take all that away, this very much sounds like a modern day slavery, where they're saying to you, go to work here, or we'll lock you the fuck up. And if we could beat you in there, we probably would do. So get your fucking ass up the chimney. Right? Yeah, you're only fucking 10, but you need to get up there. That's what these people are coming like. It's just unbelievable. These people are just, this is a joke, right? Where they think to themselves, the best thing we can do, right? Because people are going on strike, because we have destroyed the cost of living in this country. We have made it virtually impossible for people to be able to live in this country, right? We've got now the teachers who have just voted to go on strike, and now they're, I mean, teachers start, I think they start on something like 24, 25 grand or something like that. And you say, well, yes, there you go. We're giving you £25,000 a year. Good money. Now go and buy yourself a house for £300,000. This is the thing. They're shitting this shit at the wrong places. They need to get the cost of living right down. Right, if they want to tell people, oh well, you know something, right? You can't get no more money, right? I mean, the type of money you earn a year, we spend on a holiday for a couple of weeks when we're staying in resorts that cost £6,000 a night. You're staying there for 6 nights. right there, right? You're busting up like one of the top wages for a nurse in this country, and those people are telling those people, don't ask for no more, because if you do, right, you're going to send inflation sky high. It'll be your fault, right? While sitting in a £6,000 a night resort. How'd they get away with it? They get away with it, yeah, because you people are some racist motherfucking asses. And if you wasn't so racist, right, you would be able to see through the fog. Let's speak about some Brexit, because I'm already 3 minutes over. Let's speak about some Brexit. As the boss has said, Brexit is catastrophic for the UK. Tory peer Stuart Rose, probably a Brexiter, I'm not sure, but probably a Brexiter, because he's a Tory peer. So, I mean, but he said, what amazes me, right, is these are some of the smartest people, supposed to be, right, because he's a lord and he runs massive shop. Right? He's a massive, one of the big grocers. And I don't know, well, I'm just going out on a limb to say he probably voted for it, thinking, I don't know what they was thinking, because obviously whatever they was thinking, they now know they're wrong. Rishi Sunak has been criticised by ex-Brexit Party candidate Ben Habib. Ben Habib is one of the people who put this country in this position. Now he's criticising Rishi Sunak for not being Brexity enough, and thinking to himself, how much more damage do you think that this country can handle? These people, seriously, I don't even know what goes through that peanut, right, that's inside that massive head, what they've got. No breakthrough yet, but the UK and the EU are still negotiating over the Irish Protocol. And what Britain needs to do is Britain needs to just say, if we bend over, right, and give you like 15 minutes, would that be okay? That's what Britain just needs to do, because I don't even know what Britain thinks they're negotiating, because they have nothing to negotiate with. They need to get into that market. The EU does not need this market. As they're proving, they don't need this market. We need that market. Oh, shit. I've just worked it out. We need them more than they need us. I wish someone had bloody told me from before. Anyway, guys, look, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm already 5 minutes over and I didn't really want to go over today. And so I only had a short list. But that first story is just like really, police officer, just shocking. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. This, my friends, is By Any Means Necessary. I'm the MC John Ribbs. It was really nice to speak to you guys. Comments below.